Brothers and sisters, today I want to share with you that our parish over the past year has been the recipient of countless unexpected blessings. At all this weekend's masses, Father Jim has allowed me to give you an update on our Building for a New Generation capital campaign. And today I just want to go through some of the many blessings that we have received so far as a community. It was just a year ago, Father Jim was up here and he had his slides and he was showing you all the things that we were hoping to do. And over the past year, it's amazing all that has been accomplished. I can tell you that when Bishop Rhodes told us that he wanted us to extend and expand our education wing, Father Jim, Deacon Jim, I think the whole staff was kind of freaking out. They're like, oh, that's a lot of, that's a lot of work. But we had no idea of all the unexpected blessings that were going to come as a result of expanding that education wing. I think it first hit me a couple months ago when we were at our room scheduling meeting. We have this day that we block out, and all we do is we plan every single room in the whole building for the whole year. We just schedule everything. And that meeting went so fast because there was very little give and take. Basically, everyone was able to say, I need this, and we'd say, yep, you can go here, you can go here, because we have so much more space as a result of this expanded education wing. Also, when it comes to adult catechesis, as a result of the fact that we've picked up some new rooms over there, and as a result of the fact that there's no longer any religious education kids at this end of the building, but they're actually going to all be in the education wing, we have just so much more room for adult catechesis at this end of the building. So it's going to be exciting to see what new things we're going to be able to offer, especially like on Sunday nights for adults. At the same time, this new education wing really helps out the RE parents, because now all the RE classes are going to be held at the same time, so they can just drop off all their kids at once. It's going to help out the teachers because they're actually going to have technology that they can use to help teach the children. And it's going to help the children because we realize now we can put them all on that end of the building. We can lock the building down, which is going to help add some safety and security for our young people. At last, our campus supports all of our evangelization efforts. Another blessing that we've received is that in spite of this long, cold winter, we've actually got the school, we're close to having the whole school up and running, and I think that by the time school starts, it's going to be all going. So praise be God. We've had people working around the clock, it seems like, trying to get that building all put together. Another unexpected blessing that we received over the past year is when we first got our quote for what that building was going to cost, we were told it was going to cost $6.2 million. And that's kind of what it's going to cost. Okay, great. But we received a generous discount in the cost from the contractor, and so that brought down our costs quite a bit. And then our building council, they were talking to parishioners, and we were able to get reductions on technology costs and furniture costs, and we had people, they were shopping all the prices for this and that, and the building that was supposed to cost $6.2 million actually is going to end up costing us right around $5 million. So that is just an amazing, unexpected blessing that we didn't see coming, but we are just so very thankful, and I'm sure that there are people in this room that helped to make that happen. So we thank you for your help there. Another blessing I'm happy to announce is that in 1 year, we've been able to receive $5 million in capital campaign pledges. $5 million, that's a lot of money, on top of the regular Sunday giving that you already give to the church. And if you do that math, you can see that we've already received enough in pledges to basically take care of the education wing. But you know what? We're not done yet, though. We're not going to be done until we completely finish the whole vision for this campus. Okay? So here's what the rest of the vision looks like. Okay? To begin with, we still want to build a tall bell tower at this southwest corner of the campus, basically attached to the daily Mass chapel. And when you look at the top of this bell tower, you're going to see a crucifix. And it's going to be facing the corners of Homestead and Aboit Center Road. And as you kind of just like look down the side of this bell tower to the base, at the base of the bell tower, you're going to see windows. And behind those windows, there's going to be an adoration chapel. And that adoration chapel is going to be open 24 hours a day. We think with moving the adoration chapel up there, it's going to be symbolic, saying, okay, this is the most important thing that we have. Second, we think that the people who want to come and spend time in the adoration chapel in the middle of the night are much more likely to do so because it's better lit, there's more traffic over there. People are afraid to come back here. We hear that a lot. So I'm so excited about the adoration chapel, and I'm always impressed to find people in here at odd hours because I'm in the adoration chapel at odd hours. The next thing that we want to do is we want to increase the space here on the floor. We have added 150 new families to our parish just in the past year. And I can see that they keep building new houses here in Aboit. We're going to just continue to need more and more space. And so we're going to need seats for those people. So again, we're still planning on taking the choir, moving it up there into the choir loft. And if we add seating over here, we're going to add approximately about 100 seats for people to sit. So that's another important thing that we still want to do. While we're at it, we're going to tear down that leaky old bell tower, which we've already spent like $300,000 trying to fix. We're going to just tear it down. You probably have seen the buckets that have been here over the past few years. We won't have to put those out anymore. We really look forward to that. And as a priest, what really excites me is to see what we're going to do right here in the sanctuary. Again, we plan to push back this wall to the exterior wall. It's about 10 feet back there. And the architecture we hope to put here is going to hopefully focus your attention on the central mysteries that we have here in the sanctuary. The crucifix, there'll be a central tabernacle, and we're going to get a different altar. And hopefully all this architecture is just going to really focus your attention. We've actually got a great architect. I actually know him from Columbus. And he is going to come in and he's going to help us with our architecture plan here. Our goal is that it would be functional, beautiful, and prayerful. And so this is actually a really long process. We've already been working for a while. We want to take the time it takes to do this right. So we continue to keep meeting, keep just trying to adjust things to see what's going to be the most functional, prayerful, and beautiful thing that we can do with this space. Because when someone walks in here and they see beauty, it really does help them to pray. Completing this building campaign is an important part of our parish's strategic vision in sharing Christ with Aboit Township. But again, we need your help to make this vision a reality. Families have shared with me that they're not able to make the same kind of pledge they were able to make in 2004 because of job loss or job demotion. And we understand. We're just so thankful for their sacrificial giving. Yet for those of you who can give or have not yet given to our capital campaign, our parish still needs to raise about $2 million to complete our vision. I know that so often people say, St. Elizabeth Ann Seton, all they're doing, they're just always talking about money. They're always talking about money. And I have to share with you, we have to keep the vision in front of you if we ever hope to see this vision become a reality. So we're going to keep keeping you informed about where we're going. But we really know that this is one of the ways that we can help to share Christ with Aboit Township. These facilities help us to do that in our evangelization effort. And so here's the last unexpected blessing that I want to share with you today. We have received an anonymous donation, a matching donation of $500,000. So if we can get you to match that match, that's half of what we need right there. That's $1 million like that. Well, it's not that easy, but we've got half of it right there. So if you give $10,000, we've got 20. If you give $5,000, we've got $10,000. We actually had a family this week come in and said, hey, we have already pledged $5,000 a year for 3 years, and we would like to extend that to 5 years, upping our total pledge up to $10,000 more. And we would like to ask those of you here if you'd be willing to do the same. At the end of your pew, you'll see little cards that tell you how to do that. Father Jim and I have been really surprised. We basically just said, okay, we're doing this, it was really quick. And we've been so impressed with the way that you've responded so generously already. We can't believe all this has happened in just 1 year. This has been so much, so quick. And we look forward to seeing the rest of this be completed. And again, we thank you for your generosity. I really don't think that we can imagine how just somebody seeing a bell tower can make them think, okay, maybe I should pray. Or maybe hearing the bells ring remind them, maybe I should pray. I don't think that we can imagine how our little offerings that we give toward this have an impact on evangelization. We only see this much. And so today I would just invite you guys to be generous. I invite you not to give gifts that don't cost you anything, but that actually really cost you something. And just like we saw in our gospel today, it's amazing, Jesus tells the apostles, what do you have to feed these people? And they said, well, we've got, 5 loaves and 2 fish. He's like, okay, give them to me. And he multiplied those in ways they could have never expected. I really believe when we give money to the church, the Lord does things that we could never expect with that money. So, okay. Oh yeah, I already talked about the pledge cards at the end of the thing. Well, I would just say thank you for your generosity, and prayerfully consider if there would be anything else that you could offer toward this building campaign. And again, we thank you for what you've already done, and we thank you for what you will do for this community.